Hey, my wonderful, wonderful people. A pleasant evening to you. I have to sigh before actually speaking because I feel like we have exhausted this particular topic that I'm about to talk on. It's exhaustive, and has been exhausted. And this is in light of the teachers again not getting some sort of retroactive monies. It wasn't, I know they didn't mention salary increase. I kept hearing the word and saying, what are they saying that they should get? And they had the placards and protesting, because the poor teachers. And to be honest with you, with what I'm seeing happening in schools, let me tell you, I have to applaud some of the teachers. No, you do have the wayward ones. No, I certainly am not applauding those. You have those who have contributed to the decadence of students' lives. You wonder how it is that the school system still have these people in the system, claiming that they're imparting knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the lives of these youngsters. So we're not talking those. We're talking about teachers who are doing their best and still cannot be compensated. People don't understand that they are the foundation to learning. Really, it should be the family now. But when we think of our country, Jamaica in particular, how we are at 137th place, I don't know if you have moved up. Even if we've moved up, I don't think the margin would be the disparity would be so wide. It probably is a moderate move, a little move, a slight move. We're still over the 100 mark, so it's like negative, whatever the number is, it's in the negative. We're not even in the top 100 in terms of literacy versus illiteracy. We're below that. And the other countries that are below us are some indigent, impoverished, real dirt poor people. So obviously they can't afford anything really. So those you wouldn't even compare them, because you realize their environment contributes to the situation. But in a country that is really rich and fertile, the land of wood and water, sunlight, our natural resources can garner wealth beyond our imagination in this country. And if we can't get to monopolize things and control everything, because we have the Heathcliff mentality. You see Heathcliff cutting the cake and like a 5%, and you think he's going to eat the 5%, he takes up the 95% and stuffs down his throat. I used to find it funny as a child because it looked hilarious, not understanding the psychology behind it. Whoever wrote that particular cartoon and produced it really knew what was happening. But we as children don't not young bud no know hurricane, as them would say, young bud no know hurricane. So when you're young, you don't understand the dangers. We don't understand the dangers, and the poor teachers having to come into a school system to provide service of not just being a teacher. They have to be a counselor, they have to be a nurse, they have to be a doctor, they have to be a psychiatrist, they have to be a psychologist. And oh, did I say counselor? Yes, I did. Plus being a teacher and not compensated even for the teaching part, while they have to play a multiplicity of roles. Is it a part of and other duties assigned? Is it a part of that and other duties assigned? Isn't there a threshold, a ceiling, a capping, so that their mental state doesn't go awry? It's not nice when you have no money, It's a part of the 6 basic fears to be poor. I think poverty and not having money is like when somebody has AIDS, cancer, cardiovascular disease, liver problems, kidney problems, inflammation, back problems, head problems. They're insane. All of those illnesses, tuberculosis, COVID-19. I can list them and go on and on. That is what poverty is like, because I don't think the powers that be understand fully what it is when somebody's poor, when they don't have any money and it's consistent, it becomes very bothersome. It is challenging to the brain. 47% of the respondents, that was done in the recent Don Anderson poll between January 1, I think, and somewhere in February. 47% said that the country is really going in the wrong direction, and 75% of that cohort said they're going to vote for the other side. So I don't know if this current side is not watching the signs of the time, seeing what is happening, and decide to buckle down or buckle up, because it's going to be a rocky ride. It is going to be a rocky ride. I can hardly believe, if it's not one group, it's another group, because the people are tired of it. And when the 100%, 200%, 300% percentages were given, even before that, the previous salaries were still higher than many of the people who are protesting. And that is a bothersome part of it. When we see the big jump, and most people, they may get increments as opposed to a proper increase. You'll get increments while everybody lives lavishly and the masses just struggle and suffer. Or those below management, which is the masses. You don't have more people in management than those who are not. And then there seems to be there's either a disconnect or a misunderstanding, or maybe the space is not wide enough, as a man says. Why is it that promotions seem to almost be extinct? I saw nearly 100, almost 100, was 99 sergeants that were promoted to inspectors, but that was concentrated in one area. What happened to other areas in the public sector and certainly the private sector? Yes, we know say a whole heap of don't spot there, but you have some bright ones like ourselves, we did try. And I'm not just talking book bright, we street bright too. So we have the intelligence quotient and the emotional intelligence. We know if it's savvy we are in our life too. Open the market, make it bigger for people to excel and to do well. In fairly recent time, the Prime Minister was saying, that he welcomes home the people, because of the brain drain that we suffered. But the reality is, and I'm not saying that criminal elements are not brilliant, but the people that they would be sending back may not be the ones that they would it would have more drain the brain. It would more drain the brain with there. Put more strain pan the brain, or strain the brain them with there. So it may not be what he would be bargaining for. And there's some brilliant people in Jamaica who just looking for the BG kite to boss way, fi do well too, fi earn too, because they can offer, and they have offered and given premium service. And it has gone unrecognized because they don't say, hi auntie, hi uncle, and all of we stay. So you have to understand that somehow we grow up principled, and we can't undo and unlearn certain principles. They're like an anchor, or more deeper than an anchor, them set in stone. It can't be erased. But we know that we mean the country well, and we want the country to do well. Visit the other sectors in the private sectors and the private sector and the public sector, and promote other people. Give them an opportunity to earn more. They will earn their keep. In other words, they will work for what it is that they're given, but they just need to be given a chance. Because look at the teachers, it's crazy. They're going to keep doing this, having to be bawling and begging, placarding for more money or rich or whatever it is. It still comes back to the big Benjamin, the dollar. And you can't understand, because you guys in the 100%, 200%, 300%, you say you're all right. But one day you're not go all right, and you will understand. Guys, you know to do re TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of them the lion they know. Please, please, please.